So start by scooting to the front edge of your chair. Find your central upright, central pillar. Hands comfortably on your thighs. In through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. This is your most basic practice, seated meditation. Of course, it has its benefit to your mental, emotional self, right? But practically also with the body, it's training the proper relationships between all the parts, right? So any postural misalignment that we're stuck in is throwing off all the different communication between the parts. So that's why we sit up straight, chin down, crown up. And then that emphasis in Tai Chi and Taoist practice of soft, relaxed, loose. Allow this sinking down through the chair, down through your legs, grounding you. And this feeling of ease and looseness and agility through the body. The breathing helps take that further. In through the nose, filling up, stretching you from the inside out. And then when you exhale, that softening, melting quality. That. Take another 8 breaths. And slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up. Do that with the inhale, and then with the exhale. Slide the hands past the knees, drop the head, round the back. We'll do that a few times. Inhale. And exhale. And last time as you arch back, then settle right to that neutral middle position. And rotation, left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn. And then turn the other way. What we've added to this is this awareness of when I'm turning to this direction, this hand presses this leg open to open this quad, this groin area. So you're turning to your left and pressing your right knee away. And then when you switch to the other side, you're pressing the opposite leg of the direction you're turning. So this idea called dynamic separation that Taoists noticed early on, that the You know, a baby doesn't really have a problem with the body being stuck together. They have the other problem. The body's so loose and so juicy, right, that they don't really have the function and integrity. But with the aging process, things get stuck together. So practice of keeping that space, keeping that separation. Come back to middle. Hang the arms loose, and let's shift to the right buttock, tip to the right, left wrist up, left foot empty, and then teeter-totter right at the edge of your chair, and then back to the middle and the other way. This one giving us a tangible experience of the internal middle equilibrium pivot point, because we're changing all the way over to this buttock and leaning and tipping, and then we're changing all the way to the other side. But what is organizing it is this idea of right at the navel, right at the middle of the body. So we want to train our middle, because we all have the same general vicinity in our body that you could call the middle, but not everyone has a functioning middle pivot. Let's go ahead back to sitting upright. Scapular range of motion. Forward, up, back and down. Do that a few times. Full circle. Unpacking what's stuck in your trapezius muscles, your upper back and shoulder blade, chest and arm junction musculature. Reverse, back, up, forward, down. And bend elbows. Elbows flare out and up, and then down and around and in and down. Couple more. Just basically going to there's like a minimum effective little routine here that just hits all the basic places. Let's go elbows back, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, down, forward, up. And elbows out, wrap, open, and then wrap, open. And scoot a little bit back, and let's get the legs. Load, push, load, down. Other side, load, push, load, down. Switch, load, push, down. Switch, load, push. One more each. And down. Scoot to the front edge. Swivels, step the feet a little wider than hip distance. Lift your toes up. Now let's turn internal and external. From the quad. Internal, external. And neutral. And then forward fold. Hip hinge. Sit vertical. Tip a little back. Sit vertical. Fold. Sit upright. Sit back. One more. And vertical. Hang your arms loose. Float your arms up in front and then just drop and swing, swing up. Try to get this junction, this space in here to feel like where all that control is coming from. Because again, the body, the arm is made up of all these parts, but in a very simplistic way, it's just this pivot space in here where the proper function of the arm comes from. So we just want to keep it loose and relaxed, and then let the arms settle and hang loose. And then swing your right arm forward, left arm back, and switch, switch. Let this, again, be from these pivot spaces, but also start to turn this middle pivot. And then just let the arms settle. And then fast feet. Lift one up and then put it down the other lifts. So feel that empty quality in your feet. And settle them. Slide the feet back a little. Loose arms. So as you fold forward, a lot of times people hold their arms tight like this when they're getting ready to stand up. Loose. Let them hang absolutely freely. So the top of you is empty as you fold and just move forward out of the chair and let the weight go down to the earth and rise up, and keep the arms just loose as can be. And then as you fold, again, the arms should dangle just right in front of you there rather than be held onto like this. Let them go. Hip hinge. Fold, the arms still dangling, you find the chair, and then when you sit back, the arms just being loose, they hang exactly where they should. Fold, rise. Fold, arms hanging loose, sink. Great. Now, don't sit in your chair. Fold and sink, dangling down, maybe even touching the ankles or feet or even the floor. So you're disappearing the hips back. You're letting the body fold. Let the back be a little bit round. And then push through the earth and rise back tall. Now we add to that this idea that the hips could even go a little bit more forward, and you see the arms hanging here. They're a little behind the body. And then we're going middle, fold, sink, rise, hips a little forward, middle, again, and middle. So now we got our middle position. Now let's do our rocking. So again, keep your chair behind you so that if in case you lose your balance, the chair is there. But try to find the appropriate amount of tipping forward, back. So I'm in my heels, but you notice I'm not leaning way back and losing control, but I've moved my middle back, so I'm more in the heels, then I'm in the middle of the feet, then I'm in the toes, heels. Now from this soft, relaxed shoulder, toes, float the hands forward but not up. Heels, arms swing back. Toes, swing forward. Heel, swing back. When doing this, try to get the Tai Chi hand going. So when you're going forward, there's this quality, like it's in water, the hand is dragging behind, and then when you come back, the hand switches. So that we have suppleness all the way in between all the little spaces in the hand, right? And Karen is a good example I pointed out on you, is when you come back, you'll notice sometimes your fingers will stay like that. So try to get them to change so that they have that shape on the way back, and then that they change to this shape on the way out. And then they change all the way to the finger knuckles on the way back, so that we're cultivating that soft quality all the way through the hands. And everyone's got to work on that, right? Now you come back from this junction, open and lift. So you're in your heels a little bit here, arms coming up, and get to this shape where it's as if you're being pulled apart and open. And then tip to your toes, right? So as you tip to your toes, let the flood of the liquid fluid movement all the way out to the fingertips, palms face up. Rock back to your heels, bending elbows, and bring hands back as if bringing something in the mouth, and then it traces down as if guiding down through a middle channel to the belly. So this back, in, down as you settle to the middle of your feet. Now the hips go back and we do our little squat, but importantly we add to that this flare of the elbows, hollowing this space here. So from this to this, which then opens the back and shoulders, and you release the arms completely by the time you finish your squat, so that when the arms release, they should come up in neutral position. So they went down in internal rotation, and then they finished and come up in neutral rotation. And then when we rock back, they go to external rotation, lift, rock forward, they float over top and finish external rotation a little bit more. Then rock back, there's folding, bringing in and settling down. And then as you hip hinge, this is internal rotation. The elbows flare around, chest hollow, belly hollow, hips hollow, all in one gesture, and sink. Release your arms completely. And then when you rise up, arms are in neutral. Rock to your heels, open and lift. That's one fluid gesture. Rock to your toes, sweep around. That's a second fluid gesture, palms face up. Rock to your heels, the hands come in and settle to the middle of your feet, hands settle to the belly. That's a fluid gesture. And then this hollowing, elbows flare, hollow the front, sinking and releasing completely. Push through the earth and rise up. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around, close. Rock back, bringing in and settle to the middle. Palm. Hollow the front, right, from standing like this to hollow, which makes that movement available all the way down. And then push through the earth and come back up. 2 more like that. Eventually, we want this to have a seamless quality where they just flow. One movement flows into the next, flows into the next, flows into the next, with a pooling quality that just open the gates, push through the earth and stand. Last one. Now, shogun, wing, roll, fold over top, settle to the belly, and middle embrace. Hands facing the navel. And hands cross and come down. Tai Chi. So yang style Tai Chi. Rise, right? Right in front, round, hollow space, internally rotated, rising up. And then something changes in here before the hands change. So it's the chest and shoulder area, then the upper arm, then the forearm, then the wrist, then the fingertips. And now we're in this shape as you come down, all the way down. And then something changes before we go up. So we're like this as we went down. There's this change here, 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 all that change before rising up. And then from inside here, the change, floating down. Again, change, rising up, change, sweeping down. Change, rising up, change. Now, as you come down, scoop hands right in front. Keep all of that and just do it at this angle, floating out. And then from inside here, change out through the limb and then sweep down. Change. So you're almost in like a ballet scooped position, that opening. And then that change. Scoop position. Open. Change. Open. Now, right here at the top of the wings, roll and fold. Hands fall over top and they fit right into this space. Down. Completely release. Opening here. Levitating the limbs up. Roll, fold. Then. Wing, roll, fold. Get that to be seamless. One more. And then the complementary movement there. Backs of hands close to each other. Up, close to the body. And then palms face forward a bit as you continue going out over top. Palms then eventually face out and then down as we sweep down. Now, internally rotate, backs of hands face each other, come up, and then get this spiraling out with a gradual changing of the orientation of the palms, backs of hand, up. One more. Embracing the moon, we go out. Now, right hand turns palm up. As it comes over top, left hand sweeps under, top and bottom, and then two magnets attract, repel, round. Just look at these movement challenges, you could call them, as opportunities to increase and increase the quality of the internet connection of your brain and body. So we're going slow. We're doing now asymmetrical movement where the brain is having to track. So truly this quality over quantity deal of going slow enough that the whole time your brain is being demanded to be more embedded in your body, your brain and body being forced in a way to increase the quality of the signal between brain and body. And that's what Tai Chi is really special at. Both hands down, up. Now as we come up, straighten the legs, almost like you lock the knees, but try to feel like you can be straight and up here and yet still feel very grounded by being relaxed. Then turn the palms over and the heels of the hands are going to lead down so that the wrist and palm changes to that shape. And again, I don't just do the hands. Now it's the hands and a sinking quality through the body. At the bottom, let go of the hands completely, turn them to the scooped position, and then bring the hands up as well, up through the body. So this rising quality, rising all the way up above, turn the palms over top, and then through the heels of the hands leading a little bit extra on or sinking. Hung, rising. Even when we're rising, we're not losing our ground. We're not uprooting ourselves if we stay relaxed through the body. Chunwon stays occurring. And then on this sinking, which improves our groundedness. One more time. Hung. And on. So that's the first cardinal direction of up and down. Now come up. Elbows draw back behind. Turn your palms facing forward. Now G and Lu, forward and back. So G, extend. And functionally in our body, we want to not stop here because this mechanism of the shoulder blade and body, we want to really free it. So sort of accentuate that full extension and then wrap around the backside and draw. All the way back, elbows behind you. You can feel this area open a little bit extra. And then turn the hands over and push. When you finish this push, this area should feel kind of hollow and this area open in the back. Open in the back. And then wrap around and draw. So that separation, because a lot of times, again, this is stuck and then we don't have the ability to issue the power through the body. So strength, initially we think of strength in a way of harder muscles. But when you think of it in terms of conductivity, we have to be able to conduct this force through and out of the body. That's the Tai Chi way of thinking of it. They call it issuing power. It's really about not having any impediments, not having anything stuck. So the mechanics need to be free to fully go. and come back. So that's where our strength can be cultivated. Now, left hand only, turn and face forward, push. As you push just one hand, naturally the body rotates. There's a turn. Turn the left hand to face your body, right hand ready to push. Now it's one push, one draw. Full extend. And then turn right hand to face the body, left hand face forward. One push, one draw. And then as soon as you can, try to get that simultaneous orientation change. Simultaneous. This is the beginning level, sort of easiest version of what's called repel the monkey. And then we go into a more challenging variation where there's a little more of a high and low orientation. So as you push, this hand comes down lower, extend, and then we add to it the turn more. So if you got your left hand forward, so Karen, switch so that it's your left hand forward. Everybody get to where I'm your mirror. So Marjan as well. Left hand is forward, right hand is down here. Turn your body more to your right and wing that arm back to the back corner. And notice I'm not cranking my arm this way, it's to this back corner here. Now roll and fold that hand over as you turn left palm up. Now push and draw, but when you draw, that hand comes down low. So turn your left palm up and down low. So this is a position. And then we go through that position. Your right hand continues forward, which turns your body more. And that opens the way for your left arm to wing. Just like we wing, roll, fold, it's that same movement back here. Roll, and then as it folds, turn your right palm up. And then turn back to center. So there's a place here of neutral where we're in this shape. Hand is here, this hand is here, we haven't fully extended. And then you continue, and it's wing, roll, and then as it folds over, left palm turns palm up, and boom. And again, I turn sideways so you can see this relationship. And then continue, full extend, wing, roll, fold as right palm turns up. And again, this relationship. Turn, roll, fold, turn, turn more, quarter turn back, and there. And then bring hands down. Now, change your body weight from your middle pivot more to your right leg. Turn the body to the right. And then float those hands over to the right without lifting them, right? Because that's the tense body. We lift and keep everything stuck. But what we're trying to do here is separate. So go further, further, further away. So we're storing up for the washing the paws. So you've changed your weight to this leg, you turn, and then you're going further, 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 further. But notice I haven't lifted. Everything's soft, but I'm still moving them that way. Now change your weight to your left leg, turn from your middle pivot, brush knee, sweep leg, and they keep going and going and going, and then turn them over. So now both palms are facing to your right. Then change leg first, turn from belly second. That gets all that movement happening, and then you allow the looseness to finish. Flow on through. Extend, 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 and then turn those hands over. And now it's shift, then turn from the belly, then brush knee, then sweep the leg. Let them go, 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 go. Don't let them lift up in the air. Again, don't do this. So the bear in the stream is valuable because it really shows us this capacity for the body to move and lengthen and separate. The demand of keep your hands in the water, keep them down there, and get them to go to their edge. It pulls the body parts apart. Now, stay in your right leg. Left hand is ready for the brush knee. Right hand's going to go forward away from the body, but same idea. It's not going to go up. It's going to go forward. And then it stays far away. So we're swirling the stream. Bring the right hand in close to the body. Left hand now goes far away. And then we're doing brush knee close to the body. Swirl the stream far away from the body. And then circles back in through. And then brush, circle and sweep, swirl. Shift, turn, brush, swirl. Shift, turn, brush, swirl. The more you do that correctly, the more you've pulled the parts apart, pulled the layers of tissue and structure apart, which there's like a slow creeping of buoyancy into this body. Now the bear swats the jumping fish. You want to use that buoyancy to float the arm up rather than tension to bring it up. You want to be so relaxed that you float that limb up, and then we're shifting, we're brushing knee here, swatting that jumping fish, and then the hand down, other arm floats up, buoyancy, and then it's shift and turn and swap. Brush, and then they switch again. Brush knee, swap the jumping fish. Shift and turn, brush, swap. Change. Shift and turn, brush knee, swap the fish. And then we go a little higher. Higher jumping fish. Same idea. We're reaching higher, but not with tension. Instead, with soft, buoyant length. And then go for the highest jumping fish where we rise up and straighten in the body like we did earlier without uprooting ourselves. And then as this hand comes down, we sink through the body, like pung and on, like we did. And then this side, we're going rise, turn, and then we're going sing, prepare, and then rise, turn, sing. And again, I can't see all of your feet, but it's very common that when we reach high up here, people lift out of their foot. Try to keep both feet, whether empty or full, fully connected to the ground, heels included. So this reach, but this foot, though it's empty, I didn't come out of that foot. I'm lengthening, I'm separating, and then letting the parts resolve and come back. Let's do one more. This one's really important for the tissue and joint spacing. And then down. Now, stay in your right leg, wing, roll, fold. This is loaded up for a push. Now we're going shift and turn. Bottom hand is brush knee. Now this top hand extend like a push, just like we did earlier. Full extend. As that hand comes down, dips into the water, the other arm wing, roll, loads up in the folded position, and then it's shift, turn, brush knee down low, and extend, 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 extend. Now as this switch happens, we want these to be very far away, but not pulling us out of our roots. So that combination of stay grounded, stay middle, and also full fang song, or softening into length. And then let it come around and store. And then from the stored position, which isn't compressed and tight, it's still soft and there's room, but it's stored, it's gathered in, which then has spring loadedness. It's ready to be able to go extending out. Full extend, keeping ground, keeping middle pivot, roll, fold, dip the right fingers into the water, and then shift and turn, brush knee, push, full extend, full extend. They softly come around, shift and turn. Full extend, one more. Now, left foot should be empty. Bring it a little behind you, toes turned out. Change your body weight to the left leg only. Left hand down, bend right elbow, point fingertips up. Place your right foot out in front, toe touching. Now, see my body here. Look at the angle. What I'm definitely not doing, and especially Lana for you when you talk about your back pain, but I think everybody does this. So see the difference between this and this. This is going to wear out the back. This is going to get you all jammed up. This puts the work, it allows there to be a flow through and puts the work directly into this spring-loaded leg. So this could be a standing meditation. You just, the great home practice when you're watching television or something, just be in one leg until it really starts to burn. And then you bring this foot back, heels touching, toes turned out. Change the weight. Right hand down, bend left elbow, left hand up, left foot out in front. And again, make sure you're not doing that. And I'm doing an exaggerated version. A lot of times this is happening very subtly. It's just like a little poke out, but it's still getting the jammed up position. So you want to feel, as you sink down, you feel a coiling or a charging in your standing leg, right? And then bring that left foot back, no body weight. Turn left palm forward, right palm in. Change. As the left hand goes down, right elbow bends, right foot floats out. And let's just hold this for a couple of breaths. Make some micro adjustments. Notice if your head is stuck out like so, draw the chin down a little, crown up a little. So you feel your zhongjung, your central upright. You are allowing chunwan meaning that which can sink, let it sink out of the body. Don't hold, let go. And then also qingling, feel that nimbleness, that lightness in your limbs. Switching, bring that right foot back, no body weight, and change side. Stand in this shape for a little bit. Check your zhongjung, right? I often notice that's one of the number one places I have to correct my own posture. It's just this little subtle thing that happens here where we have to suck the head in a little bit and crown up. Find that central pillar. And switch again. Now, ideally, we feel sturdy and light. So now your choice, please do not fall, but play with lift. Maybe lift. Possibly higher. And then touch. Same leg, lift. Down. Right? Your first version of this could be just pull your toe up like that and put it back down. Second version would be bend the knee and hip hinge a little. Third is let it fold all the way up. And switch again. Bring that right foot down, change sides, switch. Before you go for the leg lift exercise, make sure you got that tail down, that feeling of charged up leg, and then go for whatever your lift. And you can see when I do this, I'm not yanking. So there's no yanking. It's something else. Something else is what we're doing here. They call it sitting the hip. Sit the hip. Sit the hip. And now step to parallel and wash your paws a couple of times. Do this to let out any tension from that standing work. Just loose and relaxed. And then let's play with clouds. So sweep. Right hand floats up. Now we shift, turn, cloud, lake, rain, vapor. And then it's shift, turn, cloud, lake, vapor, and rain. Just like in the sitting practice at the beginning. Zhongjang, central upright. Chunwon, let go of everything you can let go of. Let that be what connects you to the earth, that releasing. And then what's left after you've let go of everything extra is Qingling, light and nimble. Use that light and nimble quality to animate your body through these positions. There's an assumption that we should all make that you're not doing it completely. Assume that there's something in you that you could let go more. Assume that there's some softness that you could find. Now, as you're in your left leg, right foot should be empty. Bring right foot in, out, shift and turn. So you've got Chunwon down through your one leg, your right leg. Now your left foot is Qingling. It should be able to come in and out, no problem, no disturbance. And then we're shifting as if underground. Now it's the left leg that's got me grounded. So now this foot is Qingling, nimble, light. It's looking good, everybody. Nimble and light while also grounded. Freedom of movement while also organized and precise. Now stay in your right leg, turned. Take your right hand, put it behind your back or just hang it out of the game. And this bottom hand, like the bottom of a big ball. Forward, but notice the palm still facing up, not the back of the hand. So palm facing up, and then an upward diagonal as you shift, turn. Turn that palm out, wing, lake, bottom of ball, forward, and at an upward diagonal to this upper corner. Palm turns out, wing, lake, bottom of ball, and then flying diagonal up to this corner. Turn palm out, wing, lake, ball, shift, turn, flying diagonal. It's looking really good, everybody. And down, bring your right hand out, wash your paws, put your left hand behind the back. Right hand is down at the bottom of the ball. Now it's forward at an upward flying diagonal. Turn the palm out, wing, lake, bottom of ball, flying diagonal. Wing, lake, bottom of ball, flying diagonal. 2 more. Keep your eye on that tail, not poking out. So making sure we're not doing this, doing this. Both hands out. Settle. Left hand under, right hand over. Stroking. And back. Now put that on the diagonal. The flying diagonal from low to high, the opposing complementary movement from high to low. So they pass by each other. Now here, embracing moon. Turn left palm out, right palm up. Embrace moon, shift right, turn right. Gather into the ball. Left hand low, Karen. There you go. Now, this one's doing the flying diagonal, this one the down and away. As you shift and turn, stroking wild horse's mane, and then turn left palm out, right palm up, and shift and turn, gather into the ball, and then shift and turn. Turn left palm out, right palm up, shift and turn. So remember that what we're really doing is training our middle pivot by exploring all these different yins and yangs, an up and a down, forward and back, an empty and full, and especially out in space in these interesting pathways, sort of spiraling pathways. We're making a more intelligent and functional middle pivot. Bring your right hand down, left hand turn, wash your paws, back to middle, and right hand bottom, left hand top, parallel stroke, and return. And then put that on the diagonal. Stroke. Now, embrace moon. Turn right palm out, left palm up. Embracing moon. Shift left. Turn left. So Karen, again from here. Embracing the moon. This going up, this coming down. And then this coming under, this coming over. There you go. Now they're prepared to go. Right? It's very demanding. Even this, we could call this beginning Tai Chi, right? But it's very demanding. Turn right palm out, left palm up. So any distraction in the brain, we look over there or get distracted, and then it all goes haywire, which is just a sign that it is really good for our attention, for our brain and body connection, to stay super duper right inside the tissue, the brain networking. It shows up immediately when we wander away. And we haven't even added walking, stepping, turning, and remembering one move to the next move to the next move, which again, that can just be overloading the system. Just these coordinated movements, getting them right. Now, left hand under, right hand fold over, turn a little bit more to your right, turning to your right. And then we go shift, turn left, stroke wild horse's mane. Stay in your left leg, sweep right hand under, left hand over, and turn a little bit more to your left, like you're gathering and storing. Make sure left hand is on top there, Marjan. Left hand over top, right hand underneath, And then we're ready to go shift, turn right, stroke wild horse's mane. So you can see this has a very yang quality. We've extended and expanded from the middle, and then we soften and relax, and then we do a yinning, or a returning, a consolidating, a gathering. Turn more to your right. There, Karen, stay in your right leg and turn more, gathering, spooling, winding up to then express from that wound up position. So we've expressed, and then bring right hand under, left hand over, and gather. Stay in your left, turn more to your left, and then express. And then gather and express. Gather, express. Gather, express. Gather and left hand down, right hand in. Wash. Back to middle. Put all your weight into your right leg. Turn your left foot out 5 degrees. Change your weight into your left leg and step forward with 0 weight. So it's 100% 0, whole foot on the ground. And notice I have width and length. Now shift 70% into your front leg and turn from your quad and your belly forward, and note that that demand here for this quad to open. Try to not let your knee collapse in. Keep the outer edge of the foot down. Keep this knee lined up with the toes. So this quad has to open. Now shift back 100. Shift forward 70. And by forward, remember that I actually mean down. So it's the down that brings me back. And the down that brings you forward. Down. And by down, you'll notice it's not like I go down in some way. It looks as though I'm just moving forward and backward. But the means by which you do it is just letting the weight go down to the earth, down to the earth, down to the earth, and down to the earth. Now we switch sides, bring this foot back, heels touching, toes turned out, change the weight. The weight is down through this leg so you can go out and forward, toes point straight ahead, 70, 30, keep this heel on the ground, turn, this quad has to open. Back, 100, 0, 70, 30. 100, 0, down through the leg, 70, 30. And whenever we think forward instead of down, the tendency is we get over our skis and now the knee is taking the pain. We've lost our equilibrium point. And that plays into our Monday class on gait and balance, is that same thing. When we're moving about the cabin, when we're doing the martial art work with Tai Chi, we want to just be so leisurely in the middle. We just want to be relaxing, floating. When we're running, walking, going, turning, everything, inside it's an experience of just leisure. Just resting. Bring this foot back. And we'll finish with trying to change comfortably. 70, 30, 100, 0. Bring the foot back, change. Step. 70, 30, 100, 0. Change. Just loose. Hold nothing. Loose. And yet, when you really relax, there's a sturdiness that you settle into, a strength that you settle into, but you got to soften to get there. So there's a saying in the Tao Te Ching of embrace the weak, embrace the weak. meaning we often avoid that weakness. We're trying hard to stay strong, but we're missing out on when you relax all that, you find this system of soft, pliable, agile, supple. The joints are much happier. The joints have space. All this function inside. And settling back, step your feet parallel. 3 times the closing gesture that we opened with. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweeping around. Turn palms up. Rock back, this bringing in, settling to your mid. And then hollowing, sing. And rock. We're just washing out any last little bits of debris, clearing any little loops or eddies or swirls that our chi is stuck in because of the practice we just did. Sometimes that happens when we repeat Shenfa or body mechanics. We're just emptying that out, returning to natural. Last one. And we close, wing roll forward. Settle to the navel. Seal. 1, 2. And then, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great class.
Bye.